Loving a Libra is like falling under a soft, golden spell. At first it's gentle and flattering, but soon enough you realize there's more to it than just balance and beauty. They are some of the most magnetic souls you'll ever meet. Graceful, thoughtful, and charming in ways that feel almost cinematic. That's why sooner or later, many of us will find ourselves pulled into the orbit of a Libra. And if that S happened to you, or feels like it might, pause for a moment and comment your date of birth and zodiac sign below. Who knows? Maybe the stars are already sketching the lines of your love story. When it comes to romance, Libras are in a league of their own. They're not just lovers, they're curators of connection, artists of affection. But don't mistake their charm for simplicity. Loving a Libra is both a blessing and a dance across a tightrope. They carry an invisible scale, constantly weighing emotions, intentions, and energies in search of harmony. Their love is generous, but their standards are high. If you're lucky enough to capture a Libra's heart, you'll find yourself on the receiving end of sweet gestures and meaningful support. But you'll also need to prove you can match their depth, their grace, and their devotion to fairness. Before we dive deeper into the labyrinth that is Libra love, be sure to subscribe to Libra Whisper for more insights into the signs and their secrets. The stars are always speaking. You just need the right guide to understand what they're saying. At their core, Libras are charmed by generosity. It's not about gifts or grand gestures. It's the energy of giving, the way someone shares their time, their thoughts, their kindness. A Libra recognizes a kindred spirit in someone who gives without keeping score. They do it themselves, after all. Whether it's listening without interruption or helping you find your footing after a tough day, a Libra's quiet kindness is one of the truest parts of who they are. It's almost impossible not to be swept away by a Libra's charm. They don't need to try too hard. It's in their voice, their timing, the way they make others feel seen. At dinner parties or coffee shops, strangers become friends in their presence. And if you're with them, you'll start noticing that people seem to do them little favors for no apparent reason. That's the Libra effect. Compliments, by the way, go a long way with them when sincere. They're flattered by flattery, but only when it rings true. They can feel dishonesty like a sudden gust of cold air. The Libra man is often a paradox. Masculine in action, yet emotionally aware in a way that feels rare. He won't hesitate to lead, but knows when to soften. The Libra woman, on the other hand, is a dreamer with armor. She wants the fairy tale, despite her past disappointments. Behind her grace lies a depth of hope that can make you believe in happy endings again. Yet, Libras are not without their complications. They struggle with decisions, not because they're unsure, but because they care. They want every choice to feel right for everyone involved. So if you're planning a night out, do them a favor and decide where to go and what to do. Take the reins, at least sometimes. They'll notice and they'll appreciate it. Halfway through this reflection, take a moment to gently like this video. It helps us grow, and in the spirit of Libra, that's a beautiful kind of support. Libras thrive in connection. They need conversation, stimulation, and movement. They're not built for isolation or routines that feel like cages. If you're the type who prefers solitude or clings tightly to exclusivity, loving a Libra might stretch you in unexpected ways. But if you crave a co-adventurer, someone who wants to take on the world with laughter and late-night plans, they were your person. They also listen deeply. If you're pouring your heart out, a Libra isn't scrolling through their phone or waiting to speak. They're absorbing, weighing, empathizing. They may not always agree, but they'll always honor your truth. And when it's their turn, they'll expect the same from you. Still, as much as Libras love company, they also require their own brand of rest. They might call it laziness, but it's more like intentional stillness. After a long day of people and energies, they retreat to rebalance. Let them. Their quiet recharge is not a rejection, it's how they return to their best self for you. One of the more delicate truths about Libras? They don't take criticism well. Their outer confidence can mislead, but inside, they're tender. They remember words that cut, and they'll replay those moments again and again. So when you need to say something hard, do it with care. Use love as your lens. A Libra will grow, but only when they feel safe enough to unfold. They avoid conflict like rain clouds on a picnic. Libras are masters of peacekeeping, often absorbing tension just to keep things calm. But don't think that means they won't stand their ground. When pushed too far, a Libra will speak their truth, measured, clear, and with undeniable logic. Their sense of justice can turn them into fierce defenders of what's right, even if they hate the discomfort it brings. And yes, they are perfectionists. They want things just so, not to control, but to elevate. Their environment, their relationships, their work, it all reflects their inner need for balance and beauty. They notice the little things. They crave quality over quantity, subtlety over spectacle. Above all, Libras demand respect. Fairness is their love language. If they sense inequality in the dynamic, they'll either address it head-on or silently drift away. They don't need drama, but they do need dignity. And while they may forgive, they almost never forget. Betray their trust once, and the memory lingers, no matter how soft their smile remains. To be close to a Libra, you must also be clear. They don't play games, and they don't want to guess how you feel. Speak your mind, show your heart, and skip the manipulation. They'd rather walk away than stay where things feel false. But when you're honest, real and raw, they stay. They love deeply when the foundation is true. Beauty moves them, not just physical beauty, but the beauty of thought, of art, of expression. Music, film, poetry, these are their languages. A beautiful mind impresses them just as much as a beautiful face. And when they fall, they do so romantically, through gifts, affection, thoughtful plans, and quiet sacrifices. They'll want to share their world with you, and they'll delight in seeing your eyes light up at something they love. Still, it takes time for them to commit. They weigh everything, every possible outcome, every what if. It's not that they don't want love, they do, desperately. But they want the real kind, the lasting kind, not sparks that fizzle. Once they're in, they're all in, loyal, loving, steadfast. They'll make you their priority, their partner, their poetry. And that's why, when things go wrong, it's so hard to end things with a Libra. They hold on, even when it hurts. They believe in second chances, in fixing what's broken. Sometimes, they stay longer than they should, not out of weakness, but out of hope. But when they do let go, it's final, quiet, graceful, and unforgettable. Because loving a Libra isn't just about compatibility, it's about timing, effort, and reflection. It is about understanding that behind their beauty lies a blueprint for something rare, a love that is deliberate, dreamy, and true. So if you've loved a Libra, or hope to one day, cherish what that means. Learn their rhythm, match their honesty, admire their balance, and if you're lucky enough to be chosen, don't take it for granted. If this journey through Libra love resonated with you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Libra Whisper for more cosmic truths and astrological reflections. There's always more to learn from the stars.